Hi, I'm Dave the Tech Dad. In this video, I'm going to show you a great free solution to manage all your passwords and sync them across all your devices, whether they be iPhones, iPads, Android phones, tablets, Windows and Mac computers. Today I'm going to help you start managing all those passwords you have accumulated over the years from websites, apps, programs, etc. with the app that I currently use. I've used a few password managers over the years, but my current favourite is Bitwarden. Most people can do everything they need with the free version, and it will sync your passwords across iPhones, iPads, Android phones and tablets, Windows and Mac computers, and the web. So wherever you need access to your passwords, it will be available and secure. Stay till later in the video and I'll show you how you can get a family plan so you can safely share your passwords with up to 6 family members for a small fee. Great for letting the kids log on to things like Netflix without having to reveal the password to them. Firstly, what is a password manager? A password manager is an electronic vault where you store all your passwords to all your accounts securely. You create a master password that is long and complex, and that keeps all the rest of your passwords safe. Once set up, you can unlock your vault with either the master password or set it up to use your fingerprint or face detection camera on your phone, tablet or computer. So why do you need a password manager? For most of your accounts, you have two things: a username, commonly your email address, and a password. So if someone knows your email address, then they just have to guess your password. So if you have a simple password, it won't take too long for them to break in. What happens if you use the same password on many sites? If one of those sites gets hacked and they get all the site's usernames and passwords, then the bad guys suddenly have both your username and password to many of your accounts. Now that's scary. With a password manager, you can allocate a unique and complex password to each of your accounts, and you don't have to remember it. That's what the password manager does. Now, if a site gets hacked, then the bad guy only knows the password to that site, and you can just reset the password for that site. Done. Okay then. You've come to the conclusion that a password manager is a good thing. So which password manager to get? I would start by saying, as long as it's a reputable password manager, then whatever you choose is so much better than what you are doing now. But I currently use and recommend Bitwarden. It's free for personal use or a 2-person account for a friend and partner. Most people will be fine with the free versions, and your passwords will sync securely for free across your phones, tablets and computers. I personally pay for Bitwarden Family Plan out of my own pocket. For $40 a year, it allows up to 6 people on the plan. So for myself, my wife and my daughter, we each have our own account under the family plan, which we can store our own passwords so that only that person can see. But the beauty of the family plan is that you can share common passwords with some or all of your family plan members. For example, I'll use Netflix. I'm happy for my wife and I to both be able to see what the username and password for Netflix is, and we can both change it if we need to. But for my daughter, I don't want her to know what the password is or be able to change it. You can make it that way in the family plan. When my daughter logs onto Netflix and it asks for the username and password, Bitwarden just passes it across to Netflix without showing her the password. Regarding other password managers, I've used LastPass in the past, but they have increased their prices, and the free version of Bitwarden does all the things you need for free instead of $4.50 Australian per month. 1Password is also supposed to be quite good, but I have not tried it. Okay, we're going to go to Bitwarden and create ourselves an account. So I'm just go to Bitwarden. You can do it through Google or it's bitwarden.com. And we're going to go get started. Alright, so chuck in your email address. And name. And you need to create yourself a master password, which is very strong. So use as many uppercase, lowercase numbers and special characters as you can and make it a decent length. So sort of probably 12 characters plus. Okay. And then retype it. And if you put a hint, because if you forget your master password, then they can't recover it. So I'm going to put something that I understand. Put something for yourself. Check the box and click submit. Okay, so the account's created. So now we can log on with our new master password. And we have a Bitwarden account. Very easy. Okay, so at the moment there's nothing in here. Now we can add things manually, but the beauty of Bitwarden and other password managers is that you can add things directly from websites and apps. So if we want to add an item, we can just add an item. And so let's put in our home Wi-Fi password. So we're just going to make it a secure note. And we'll put home Wi-Fi. And we won't put any folders for the moment. And we'll just put in Wi-Fi password is just a stupid one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ABC. And hit save. So now we have one entry in our vault. If we click on it, we can access our password. So the best thing about this is that we can actually add applications to Android, iOS, or to any of the browsers or a desktop. So here we go into our account. We go down to get the apps. And here's all the apps we've got. So for desktop, we've got Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Web browser, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Microsoft Edge, Safari, Vivaldi, Brave, Tor browser. And mobile, we've got App Store and the Google Play Store. So should cover most of your needs. So we're going to do this for Google Chrome. Click on that. And we'll go add to Chrome. And add extension. Now if you come up to this little extension tab up here, click that, and you can actually manage your extensions. So if we pin it, then it sits up here all the time. It's always visible for us. So now if we click on that, it'll ask you to log in, and we'll log in with your username and password. Okay, and that will then remember your username. Okay, so at the moment we've got one secure note. We can have a look at that, or you can type in what you're looking for, home Wi-Fi. Okay, so one of the best things you can do with Bitwarden and other password managers is use it to automatically log into sites and give you secure passwords for all sites. So we're just going to go to a recipe site now, bestrecipes.com.au. Okay, and in here we're going to sign up. Okay, so we're going to put our email address that we've just been using. And we'll set up just a username. Okay, now in password you could put your regular password in that you put on every other site, but that sort of defeats the purpose. So here we're going to go up to Bitwarden. If you left click on it, go down to generator, and it will actually generate a password for you. Now you can use as many digits as you want, so I've got it currently as 14, so you can click on that and change it to 12, or you can use the slider or the up and down arrows. You can use capitals, lowercase, numbers, and special characters. So depending on what the site is, it's always better to use all four, but some sites don't allow you to use a special character or things like that. So we're just going to regenerate a password. We're going to copy that password, and then we're going to paste the password into here. Create account, and up the top of your web page it'll say, should Bitwarden remember this password for you? Yes, save now. So if we click yes, save now, suddenly if we go back to our Bitwarden vault, we now have this sitting here, and it will have the website, username, password, and if you click on it you can see what it is. That's a strong password, and you'd never remember that password in a million years. So now you have your password manager to do it. Okay, so we'll go back to best recipes. Thank you for registering. We'll close that, and we'll go to login. I'll show you how easy it is. So if you click login, come up with email and password. Now there's a couple of different ways you can do this. Easiest way is just press Control, Shift, and L, and if there's a match for that site, it will just automatically paste it in. The other way you can do it, we'll just delete that, come up to Bitwarden and see how there's a little square next to it now. It means that there's found one site that is. So if that's the site, you click on it and it will populate it. So click sign in and done. And so now you have a secure login to a site. You don't have to worry about having to remember a really, really long password. Okay, now we're going to switch over to Android, and same applies to iOS for your iPhones, but we're going to do Android. So we're going to go into our Play Store. We'll search for Bitwarden Password Manager, and we'll go install. Alright, now it's installed, you just press open. And seeing we haven't logged in before, we've got login, create account, enterprise single sign-on, but we're just going to log in because we've already got an account. So email address, okay, and put in your master password. And press sign in, login, sorry. Have a bit of a think, and if you put your password in properly, like I did, it'll now come into our vault and it will start the sync. Now, if you only got a couple of things in there, it might only take half a second. If you've got a lot more in there, it might take a little while the first time, maybe 30 seconds or something. Now what we can see here is we've got in our no folder section, we've got bestrecipes.com.au and Big W and our home Wi-Fi. So if we press on home Wi-Fi, it'll come up and show us our password. And if we go to best recipes, press on that, and we can either go to the website on Chrome on here, or you can actually hit the button here and it will actually take us to the site. Okay, and it'll allow you to use your login there. So you can actually hook it in so that you can use your fingerprint or your face detection, which is much easier than having to remember your password, master password on your phone and type it in with little letters. So that sort of thing, but not for today. But it just shows you how it's so easy to actually now have, you can add a password from here, and that will then sync back to your PC and to the web. So you're never forgetting a password, you're never going, which device did I log in, which device did I start that on, what email address did I use, what password did I use. It's all synced, it's all free, and it's awesome. Okay, as promised, one of the things you can do in Bitwarden is set up either a family plan or a two-person plan and share passwords between them. Okay, so one thing we need to do first, which I forgot, we need to verify email. So you come back into your vault, click send email, and then go and check your email, and there should be a new one there from Bitwarden. And if you verify that, then it will unlock all the bits and pieces that you need. Alright, so let's refresh this now that I've done that. So you must, let's put the password in again. Cool, and we've unlocked it. Alright, so what you need to do is create a second account, which I've already done, and so we're going to control it from this account. So we're going to do a two-person account, which is the same setup as the family plan, but it's just easier to do it this way. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so first we need to come over here to organizations, click new organization, and you can call it whatever you want. So we're just going to call it test share. And billing email is the email address for your billing, but because this is free, it doesn't matter. So we're just going to put our regular one in. Too many email addresses I have. Alright, so choose your plan. So the free plan we're going to do is the two-person, which roughly has a lot of the same things as the family plan for sharing. That one costs you, it gives you a 7-day free trial, but we'll just go with the free one for now. Okay, come down here, click submit, and our organization is ready to go. Okay, so it's back to the main screen. This is your personal account, and if we come down here, we've got the test share, and this is the one that we can share username and passwords between each other or in a family up to 6 people. So if you want to go back to my vault, you just go back to My Vault. So anything in this section will be just for you, and anything in here is shared between 1, 2+ people. Alright, so we're going to go into test share. So what we'll do, we'll actually go back into My Vault, and we're actually going to share this item. So we're going to click on that. We're going to move to organization, to test share, and we'll make it default collection. With the free account, you get 2 collections, so you can have, like, you know, finance or video and things like that. Where the family plan, you actually get more options, but we're just going to put it default. Hit save. Now if we come into test share, that's there. Okay, so now if we go up to manage, we've got 1 person, and we can invite the other person. So we're going to invite the other person. Just put in email address, and you can tell whether they're going to be a user, a manager, admin, owner, or custom. And so you can say they can only access a certain collection. So if you've got 2 collections, they might only want 1 or 2. So we're just going to make this one a user. So let's go user. And that's been invited. So I'll just pause this and we'll. Okay, so you'll get an email in that email account, and it will say Bitwarden join organization now. So if you click on that, okay, so you need to log in to that account. So sorry, I'm doing it on a different screen, but you're basically just logging into the web account. And once it comes up, if you refresh here now, password back in, and that person's now accepted. Okay, so if you're going back into Vault, this person will now have access to this username and password. Easy. So you can add different things to the family one as well. You can add different levels of who can see what. So, you know, like in my situation, my wife and I can have access to and see and change passwords, but my daughter might be able to see it, but she might not be able to change it, or not see it and not change it at all. There's a whole lot of information on the Bitwarden site you can set up with that. I'll link that down the bottom. I hope you found this video useful. Whether it's Bitwarden or another program, I hope you give a password manager a go. It will make a huge difference to your online security and make life more convenient. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'm Dave the Tech Dad, and I'll see you in the next video.